Right, just want to go on a little rant. Um, this is about the men that should be banned from playing video games. Now, I've seen the video, and honestly, I wish I didn't waste my own time doing that. Mind you, my opinion on that is that video games are a good way to kind of escape from reality. Because we all don't want to live in reality, do we? All the time, every day, 24/7. Sometimes reality just stinks and it's depressing, it sucks, I hate it sometimes. Sometimes when you finish work, the job you don't enjoy, or jobs that just give you the longest day ever, that kind of thing, you just want to sit back and just have a good time playing the game that you enjoy playing. Now, for me, I enjoy a lot of video games and I've enjoyed playing some racing games, fighting games, sports games, or any kind of game that I can get my head around. And honestly, I'm a really huge fighting game fan, but I'm also a huge Sonic fan. And a lot of times I've also been involved in a lot of stuff that I've never played much of. And that's a good thing because I think it's a beautiful thing to have video games when you are creating the video game, when you are playing it and it's your full time job. I'm not there yet, but again, still getting there. And that's a passion for me to share some information about video games and how the creation of a next video game coming up, that thing is amazing. But here is the thing that I just cannot stand. Modern women complain about guys playing video games and how it's become a huge ick for these girls. I just cannot get my head around this because it grinds my damn gears. Modern dating these days suck. And honestly, the things that women say on that video pissed me off. The things about video games is yes, sure, it's not a real life thing. We get that. And it is not something that we should keep relying on so much, raging so much about it. But sometimes you just want to win. You want to win a video game. You want to win a football game in FIFA. You want to win a fighting game. You want to be the best you can be, right? That's fine. You're competitive. You can be competitive outside of video games, in sports, in the mini games you play, the board games you play, anything. Like, I'll think you're lying if you really don't think that you're competitive enough, honestly. One of the things I got from there is, oh, video games are just so lazy. Why are people playing video games? This doesn't make sense. Video games is something that really, again, it helps you escape from reality. It's something that we don't want to keep living in time and time again. When I see this, I feel as if you women out there just want us to just work our ass off to the point where we just faint and die. At this point, I generally couldn't care less about these kind of women that think that women that want us to ban video games for the men. It just generally doesn't get be excited at all. The things that I can find that are interesting, sure, and I have, which is an artist. I am an artist myself. I do art, I paint, I draw. I also like to go outside, cycle a lot more. I can go outside and touch grass because this is the sort of common thing that people say nowadays. Go outside and touch grass. You can catch me going outside and touching grass right now, but does that make my whole day work a lot better? No, I'm still gonna be stressed out. I'm still gonna be looking outside wondering why am I even here sometimes. And I'm not saying that I can rely on video games to go through all of it, but at the same time, I can still do stuff that can always be productive. But sometimes you gotta have a hobby. You gotta have a hobby, and video games is a hobby. It's not taken seriously because you women out there think we just spend time on the screen doing stuff. You can just do whatever you want whilst we're doing our own thing. I could ask you why you're spending time on TikTok, on your phone, texting your girl all day long. I could ask you why you're on the screen all the time when you're watching TVs and stuff like that. You know the type of women that really don't like men playing video games? The type of women that you see on Love Island. Montana Brown? Yeah, I see you. How you doing, Montana Brown? Because you were oh-dearing Vicstar123 when he said he likes to play Minecraft video games, which is Warzone Wednesday.
That's actually quite captured my heart, that. Man number 3. Well, you see, I did win Warzone Wednesday 3 weeks in a row.
Oh dear.
Love Island sucks. Love Island doesn't make sense to me at all. In fact, I always see the same old thing time and time again with Love Island. Abs, muscles, girls with curly, thick and juicy, like all of this is annoying. Where's the genuineness in most of these things? Where is the guys that, be the fittest they can be? What about the women that don't have to be the fittest they can be? When can we have some genuine people like that in a show? And that means variety. Alongside that, I really hate it when I see shit like this. It gets on my nerves. A long time ago, I never really had to complain about these things around the people that enjoy me playing video games. You know, when I see women play video games, it's the most beautiful thing. Trust me, it really is a good thing. And I love it when women play video games because not all women I see are going to complain about modern guys playing video games every single time and not paying attention to the miss, doing X, Y, and Z. And then women always have to make videos of men who play video games, and then women bash their console and then make sure that they don't do it so they can have full attention on them. These are the type of women you should never date. If a woman breaks my PlayStation controller or my console or anything related to the video games on the screen, I'm sorry, you're getting me a new one, or we're done. You can't just tell me to get out of my habits so then I can pay attention to you. What is that in a relationship? That's just you saying I should pay attention to you. What if you're on your phone all day on Instagram and TikTok and all that jazz? You expect me to just do this and that? What about you? You can spend time on the screen. I don't care. You can watch the worst show in the TV. I don't care. I don't watch much the TV these days because some shows have same old soap TV shows that I just generally don't like. These days it's just dumb. That's why you see me on Amazon or Netflix, the stuff that's not on TV that often, because they have good shows there. Meanwhile, this is the annoying thing about it. Most of the things that you say about video games, you don't get, and that's fine. Look, I'm not saying that you should play video games. If you really want to try and if you really are into it, then sure, go ahead. But I can recommend some games that you can play that's easy. But at the same time, don't come to me and tell me that your biggest ick is men playing video games and how they should be banned. Because I couldn't care less if a woman doesn't like me playing video games. That's fine. There's many women out there that love men playing video games, and we can play video games with each other. That's okay. My mum has a husband that plays video games. He plays FIFA. Also, my mum used to play video games back when we had a PS1 and a PS2. She played Spyro. Spyro was a classic game, and I love Spyro, and I would go back and play that game again. And that's the good thing about it. They're not too bothered about men playing video game and boys playing video game. That's a good thing. And also, who is that annoying ass woman that's trying to get us to do some hobbies that make it a proper teenage thing to do, like the guy that basically broke the world record for tennis? Now, I think he should get a Guinness Book of World Records for that, because that's an amazing achievement. You see people get Guinness Book of World Records on a lot of nonsense and weird things, and the thing is, at least they can do it. I can't do it, and neither could you.
Away from the screen, go outside, get some fresh air. Beating Tetris is not a life goal.
Especially that 15-year-old slag who basically told them to go outside and touch grass. And breaking the record in tennis is not a lifetime achievement. Like, honestly, I couldn't give two jacks about what you saying or doing. Just get on with your life and let him get on with his life. Easy as that. So, no, that's why when I see shit like this, I rather would never want to be around those kind of people, because obviously it just annoys me so much. Some people don't get it, fine, but don't tell me that video games should just be banned. Don't be coming up to my PS5 or PS2 and just wrecking the place or trying to make me find it because you're the one who acts like I don't give you full attention, or I don't really do stuff. All I do is do video games and that's it. I just generally couldn't give two shits. Too many of these videos are just annoying and intolerable, as well as the thing that they say that they can't get into. And these are the things that I generally cannot stand. We all have our hobbies. Do I stop you with your hobbies? No. So why should you stop me in doing the hobbies that I enjoy doing? It just doesn't make sense. We all need our moment of space in relationships or in our own time. I would love to have my own space where I play video games, but sure, I can manage my time better. If I'm in a relationship, I don't have to spend all day long with my PlayStation when I've got my girlfriend. I will have bits of time where I'm cool with the video games I play, and then I spend more time with her. But with this day and age, I can't seem to do that because now people are taking the time to tell me that now it's a bad thing. Then manage your time better at this point. It's not a bad thing to play video games. It's not unhealthy. It's unhealthy if you only spend hours and hours and hours and not managing your time properly. You can exercise while you're doing that, and you can do it after or before then. I couldn't care less. Stop treating it as if it's a disease or some sort of infection. It's not an infection. It's just a way of getting away from things in life that bother you sometimes. And it's good that you can have a hobby like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna end it like that. This just pisses me off when I see shit like this.